All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are into the success story, and we are having Feni with us. Hi, Feni.
Hello.
Hi, Feni. It's okay for you to turn on the camera.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Feni. Um, Great. So, a quick introduction about yourself, Feni, to the audience.
Yeah. Actually, my name is Feni Mehta, and I was previously my microbiology student. I had completed my bachelor's and my postgraduate in microbiology. After that, I was working with a billing company since 1.1 year and 7 months, and then I had given my interview for research analyst in UBP.ONE.
Okay. As a research analyst, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. And what time you have graduated? I mean, you have passed out from the data science course from DataMites.
My coursework got completed in the month of October.
Okay.
October 2025.
Okay, up to 2025. Good. Great to know about it. Fanny, how many mock interviews did you give?
I had given two mock interviews.
Okay, have given two mock interviews. Did the mock interview help in terms of getting you the job role?
Yeah, sir, of course, because after giving my mock interviews, I could give good answers when I was giving my interview. So, yeah, it boosted my confidence. So,
Good. So the first and the foremost question that what kind of questions are being asked in the interviews?
they ask about what kind of like what is your salary expectations. Then, firstly, they will always ask you to introduce about yourself, like tell me about yourself. Then they
Mm-hmm.
had asked that why did you transferred from this field to matlab
Mm-hmm.
from microbiology to research, and then they had asked me about a bit of my background and all, and then they just asked me that why do you want to change actually to this field,
Okay.
and what are your expectations, and how do you like what do you see yourself in next 5 years, and all such kind of questions were there.
Okay. So, what kind of, because this is a very common thing, people are, of course, changing the field, from coming from this side to that side.
Yeah,
What's your generic answer in this?
yeah. Okay, my answer was very simple, sir. Okay, I wanted to transfer in my career in some place where it has a great future. Like, so I believed that data is having a great future, and somehow I couldn't get into data before. I had to switch into microbiology and all due to certain reasons. And then I got a chance, and I just grabbed it and changed my career to
Right.
from microbiology to data.
Good. So you made your inspiration intact throughout the journey, and said that.
Yes.
All right, that's also one of the ways. Great to know about it, Feni. Feni,
Yeah.
what kind of like technicalities they ask in these kind of interviews?
As in, sir, what kind of technical questions?
Technical questions, or what kind of technical skills they look for, or technical question they ask.
They asked some basics about Python, then some basics about SQL and all. And then they were just testing how nicely you are evaluating data, like how you are getting. They gave certain kind of papers, like I had given one report from which I had to analyze that what sort of questions were listed. I had to just answer that what sort of things that report says. And I had to brief about it. And then next I had about a numerical test in which they tested my maths and statistics and all.
Okay, so basically they have the. So did they ask anything related to what you have learned? What you have learned?
Yes, they had,
Yes. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
they just, yeah, they had asked about some questions related to basic questions related to some of the, I can say, my mm, data part, they had asked about the states part, then they had asked some of the question regarding Python, and
Okay.
yeah, not much. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So didn't they take any kind of what do you call screening test where they gave some sort of situation and try to understand how do you cope up with the situation? Because this is a very common thing nowadays that I have seen people are. Yeah.
No, no, sir. I didn't had
Nothing.
any kind of success.
All right. Forget about what is being asked because it depends upon company to company. When you were
Yeah.
preparing for the interview process, what was the utmost thing that you were focusing?
I was mainly focusing on some programming languages because I'm from a micro background, so I'm not much aware about the programming and coding part.
Hmm.
So my major focus was over coding part. Like I wanted to strengthen my coding. I had understood bit of ML and all. I had knowledge about that. But what weak point was of mine was coding. So I was working on coding the most.
Okay. So how much time did it take you to get, whatever the blockers in the coding? I understand when you come from a non-coding background, it,
Yeah.
it takes some sort of time. So how much time do you think it took for you? You became into it.
It took me like nearly about 6 months or so to get into proper coding and all because
Very
it
common.
took me nearly.
And
Yeah,
it's very genuine and very common. So nothing
yeah,
very surprising about it. And that absolutely fine as well. 6 months from absolutely no coder to absolutely. So what do you think? Asking very generic. Nowadays people say coding is being done by the AI. Why to learn coding?
yeah. Because like if you talk about AI, then AI is also human made, right? So
Mm.
you would need coding, basic knowledge of coding, because it's not like AI will completely replace everyone in life. Because because AI itself is human made, right? It's not whatever you are telling to that, it's a machine. Whatever you are telling to that, that is what it is giving you out. So for that also you need certain sort of coding. That's what I think. So that's how I got it.
That is correct. That is correct.
Mm,
Absolutely, we need to have the understanding of coding. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't
yeah,
be that zero understanding of
exactly.
coding. Yeah,
Exactly.
that is correct. So, I have one more question. When you were learning data science, at that time, do you had any job or at that time you were just a student?
Yeah, I'm a working professional. I'm currently also a working professional.
All right. So at that point itself, also you were actually a working professional. Great to know about
Yeah.
it. So the next question immediately after, how did you manage the time?
It was very tough. I let me tell you, it's very tough. Like 5 days week I have. Saturday, Sunday is off I have. So after coming, I have a 8 hours and like nearly 9 hours of job. So after completing my job, I come to home. I do my personal stuff, and then after I sit for again practicing for 1 hour, 2 hours. Then at times I wake up early in the morning for a practice, and mainly I work for Saturdays, Sundays. I dedicate fully to my work, like studying and all.
All right. So it makes sense. You need to be, yeah, of course, you have to be resilient in these kind of things. There is no shortcut to it. That's for sure. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
Feni. One more thing I just want to ask, like in a very generic way, like if you are gonna make your resume today, what kind of things you're gonna put? Are you gonna put your skills, or I mean, your past experiences as well, or are you gonna put the new things only that you have learned in data science?
Mm, I will mainly put. I'll make it both. I'll keep my past things also, and I'll keep this also, like main skills of mine right now. What I've learned.
That is good. That is fairly enough. That just to
Mm,
make that you also had the skill, and then because majority of the
yeah,
times now you can see that people are actually transitioning. People are doing in working in different field now. They are actually moving in the field of artificial intelligence. Great to know
yeah.
about it, Feni. And Feni, one more thing. I mean, since you anyways have transitioned, I just want to know what is your ambition, like where you want you yourself to see, like in next 5 years.
I really want to see myself in a field of data. Like maybe I'm planning to even learn AI soon because
Mhm.
that's all what is future. And if you want to sustain in future, I believe that you need to learn all the skills which will be demanding in future.
Correct.
So yeah.
Correct. All right, Feni, that's really nice talking to you. Let me ask the team. Team, do we have any questions? Okay, we are having this in Q&A. All right. So we are having few questions, Feni. How was the projects, and what are the projects should we take as a fresher? First question.
Okay. So projects like I had done mainly because I am from a medical background, so I had picked up medical related projects. But I would suggest if you are initially doing, I made that mistake that I just took up when the projects were offered from DataMites. I just took up the medical related projects because I thought because I am having a domain knowledge, so it would be easier for me to go with the projects. But I would ask everyone to take versatile projects like some classification problems, some regression problems, so that or some finance related, some sales related, which would be helpful to you nearby.
Great. Um,
Yeah.
I have few more questions over here, Penny. How did DataMites help for placements?
Yeah, data my support team is like le- present every time with me. Whenever I needed a help, I had directly contact the ma'am and I just asked about everything, and she had helped me out all throughout my journey. And yeah, like I am having complete support from data mites right now.
Great to know about it, Penny.
Yeah.
And the next question is, as a fresher, what kind of topics we should be focusing on?
You should focus on Python. You should focus on SQL because wherever you are going for interview, they will first check your coding, like how good you are at your coding. Then you should go with your ML part because ML part, like big companies would demand everything. Like they would demand new models like LLM and everything. So you need to update yourself also in part of ML. And you should you should be strong with your statistics and maths, I believe.
Very nice. And absolutely correct also. I do agree with this point as well. All right, Fanny. The last question was that how did you prepare your resume? What kind of tools you used?
Yeah, I had just made it very simple. I made my resume in Word and I had listed down all the projects, how I did and what kind of things were. I had made my resume very, very simple. Like the samples which I had received from DataMites, from that only I had made my resume.
All right. Great.
Yeah,
Great to know about it, Fanny.
yeah.
All right. We are having a question from outside, I mean, from the YouTube itself. Important topics related to SQL.
Like you need to know about the for queer like where clause and all like SQL is like what you if you are naming mean understanding about constants and all, then how to frame a query, like you need to know all the things, you need to know what is where clause, like what kind of how can you sort it, or about the joins you should know, okay, which kind of join you can use, and this is the things that you will continuously practice. More is about practice, it's not about only watching videos. How much ever
Correct.
practice you will do, you will be
Exactly.
familiar with the query. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
what
can.
I
Yeah,
think.
there are a lot of topics. You can start from the basics. You can eventually go to the advanced one, and this is more about practicing. The more
Yeah,
you practice, your hands will become much more free in that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
absolutely correct. Right? Sure. Team, do we have any more questions? No, we don't. All right. Thank you so much, Fanny, for being a part of this success story.
Welcome.
And of course, we'll meet someday, somewhere, for sure.
Yes, yeah.
And let's absolutely hope for a good future of yours. And I wish that you get whatever you want, because eventually you have transitioned yourself from one domain to another. And yeah, that's
Yeah.
all from me.
Thank you.